हरि ओम तच्छं यो रावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं सन्नो अस्तु द्विपते चतुष्पते ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। नमः सभायै। सनातन धर्म 101 स्प्रिंग 2024 वसंत काल 2024 कक्षा आज समाप्त होता है। मंगलानि संतु। So we have seen how Vedas are sarva pramanam for Sanatana Dharma. Then Vedas developed, and then people started learning, understanding the connection between Atma, Paramatma, or what are the obstacles to reach Paramatma? What are the things that Atma gets when it reaches Paramatma? All those have been discussed in Upanishad. Then these Upanishads arthas were brought in the form of stories. Certain portions of Vedas that talk about certain kriyas, they were all for the benefit of later day people given in the form of stories. They may be Suhrt Samhita. So Suhrt Samhita is nothing but these Upanishads and Itihasas. Then even then it became very difficult as people were crowded with so many other activities in Kali. They are known as Kanta Samhita. So those Kanta Samhitas are nothing but Bhakti texts. So the Bhakti movement, Bhakti as an Andolan spread. Vedas, Upanishad, Smritis, Itihasas and Puranas. So from the time of Puranas, more emphasis came into being, even in the case of Itihasa, like Ramayana, more emphasis came on the understanding between the personal relationship between oneself and Paramatma. Atma or Paramatma ke kya sambandh hai? As a people who are living in this materialistic world, what is the relationship between एक आदमी और पुरुष और स्त्री और परमात्मा? वो का अत्यंत संबंध क्या है? That relationship is known as bhakti. Bhakti माने it comes from the root bhaj. Bhaj माने सेवायाम इति धातु. Bhakti is a noun, is संज्ञा, परंतु उसका व्युत्पत्ति तो वर्ब से, क्रियापद से होता है. वो क्रियापद तो बज. बज माने सेवा. बज इति सेवायाम इति धातु. So the bhakti, so what is more prevalent now? Nobody is questioning the authority of Vedas. Sarva pramanam. But it becomes very difficult to practice all those stated in Vedas. So the Vedas have been very restricted to even Srautas. Vedas and Sutras insist on doing 40 different samskaras. Those are becoming very difficult. Right from Garbhadanam, Pumsuvana, Simanta, Annaprasana, Shaula, Yajnopavita, all those are becoming difficult. So we try to club them. So that's okay, at least we are doing this. So Vedas, it is not possible. In Manushya Yatna say it is not possible given all the constraints because the ages have changed. So we are using certain portions of Vedas for very prescribed karya such as Pitrikarya, Darsha Yajna such Amavasa, Pitrikarya, Sraddha, Raparakayangirya, and then Mangala Karyas like Simantonnayana, Abdhapurti, Vivaham, all those very limited. Okay. But more importantly, the Vedas, certain portions of Vedas have become as an instrument for conveying bhakti. Om namo hiranyabahave senanyapataye namaha. Ye to Rudra Bhag hai. But this is becoming a ritualistic practice to express bhakti towards Shiva. Every Pradosh Kal mein, Trayodasi Pradosh Kal mein, we are using this Rudra Bhag, which is for a particular ritual in Veda. We are using it for a bhakti karya ke liye, अभिषेक के लिए. or even in some aparakarya we use, that's a different story. So it has become an instrument of bhakti. So Veda themselves channelized into bhakti. So bhakti, what does bhakti do? Bhakti makes the mind and heart fertile, because we are able to get some kind of an attachment with affection towards God, towards Bhakta Jano. And while doing so, we are coming predominantly in a group, in a house. In a house, like a Gujarati household, big household, people come together and do bhajan, part karte hain, granth part. So we are coming as a unison. So it also gives some kind of a satisfaction to the body. So bhakti abhi to shreshta hai. So bhakti is very shreshta, and bhakti makes our mind and body and society fertile. So Vedas have come into a level of bhakti. Vedas are also becoming part of bhakti. Puranas have become bhakti. Itihasas have become instruments for bhakti. Particularly we have seen that certain portions of Vedas are used for daily upasana. Dhruvante Raja Varuno Dhruvan Devo Brihaspati Dhruvanta Indrascha Agnischa Rashtan Dharayatam Dhruvam. Ye to Rigved mantra. But this we talk whenever we are invocating an auspicious thing, we are celebrating something, we are invoking the Devata Indra, the superior Devata, to grant us solidarity, to grant us strength. So that has also become an expression of bhakti in a way. And when it comes to Ramayan to Navaham, 9 days of pravachan Ramayan hota hai. Predominantly Balakant se Yuddhakant tak. Tapaswadhyaya niratam tapasvi vagvidambaram naradam paripapracha valmikir munipungavam. Tatasya prayato vriddho vasitto vamadevasa. Like that it starts. So it goes into the Pattabhisheka Kanda. So from Balakanda to Pattabhisheka Kanda, it gets recited over 9 days. Whether it is during Vasanta Navaratri or during Shravana Navaratri. Vasanta Navaratri to राम को दो प्रकार का उत्सव मनाते हैं हम लोग. एक तो गर्भोत्सव और दूसरा तो जननोत्सव. Either 9 days prior to Ram Navami Chaitra Maas mein or 9 days after Ram Navami Jananotsava or Garbhotsava. We do it. So Ramayana has become part and parcel of Sanatana Dharma way of life. Veda pracheta sadasiti sakshat Ramayanatmana. Veda vedye pare pumsi jate dasaratatmade Veda pracheta sadasit sakshat Ramayanatmana. So Ramayana is nothing but Veda. Valmiki girisambhuta Ramasagara Gavini Punahatu Bhuvanam Punya Ramayana Mahanadi. So Ramayan to Mahanadi. सभी को विष्णु के पास ले चलती है. So that became bhakti. Then the most important grantha is Bhagavat. Bhagavat to sakshat Vishnu Hariheva, Vishnureva hi. Bhagavat to nothing but sakshat Vishnu eva hi. So Bhagavat became a Shrestha Bhakti Grantha. And that started propagating somewhere around 40 years after the birth of Kali Yuga. That started actually in Karnataka Desh mein, Gokarna Desh mein, Karnataka Prantiya mein. There was a Pandit by name Gokarna. He used Bhagavat for the salvation of his brother Dhundukari. So around the age of 40 years after Kali, Bhagavata came. Bhagavata is Shrestha. Bhagavata is based on Vedanta. And it was written by the sage who did the Vyasam for Veda, and it was taught to his putra Sukha Brahmam. He is a Brahmam, Urdhvaretas. He came from Agni, and then when he came to the world, he was already 16 years of age, Urdhvaretas, Sukha Brahmam. So that Bhagavat Spashta says, you have to do karma, but their karma should be towards propagating bhakti. हरि चरण में भक्ति के लिए कर्मा करना है. इसलिए वैष्णव लोग whatever the karma they do, Sri Bhagavat Ajna, Bhagavat Kainkarya Rupena, I am doing it as part of Kainkaryam to Bhagavata and Evam Bhagavata. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janayatyashu Vairagyam Jnanam Cha Yadahaitukam. It says Vasudeva and Bhakti, Vasudeva Bhakti Yoga, the you have to get connected with Vasudeva. Here yoga mane, yuj mane, dhatu, yuj mane, sangati karane. You get united with the God with the help of Bhakti. So just Vairagyam, just Jnanam without Bhakti is useless. In a way, for lack of better term. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha. If you do Bhakti, you get into Vasudeva. Then it clearly says, if you don't have any affection towards God and if you don't do karma without any affection or samarpana towards God, it is basically useless labor. I am not telling. Bhagavatam says, Dharma swanishtitaha pumsam vishvaksena katha suyaha. Vishvaksena here means Vasudeva. Nodpadayet yadhiratim sramayeva hi kevalam. Sramayeva hi kevalam. They are just useless labor. If you just do karma without any offering of bhakti, thinking that this karma, even if you do pitru karma, pitru devatas are basically there to serve the Lord. So I am serving them. So in a way you are indirectly serving the God. So dharma swanishtitaha pumsam visvaksena kata suya notpadayet yadiratim sramayeva hi kevalam. Sramayeva hi kevalam. It is of no use. So do bhakti. So Puran, from the time of Puran, there is a spashto hota hai that bhakti kalau sankirtya kesavam. अस्मिन् कलौ विशेषेण नामोच्चारण पूर्वकः भक्ति ही कार्या यथा वत्स तथा त्वं श्रोतुमर्हसि. Padma Puran says, Bhakti hi karya yata vatsa tata tvam shrotumarghasi. We have to finish the class by channelizing how Bhakti got established. I am going to quickly run all the way from Bhagavad Puran time until 1950s till Deshpita Mahatma Gandhi. How Bhakti spread. We will try to finish. So, Bhagavad Puran स्पष्ट करता है नोत्पादयेत यदि रतिम श्रम एव हि केवलम. विदाउट भक्ति, विदाउट समर्पण टू द आदि पुरुष, विदाउट समर्पण टू वासुदेवा, विदाउट समर्पण टू हरि, एवरीथिंग इज यूजलेस लेबर. एंड ब्रह्मा जी, चतुर्मुख ब्रह्म जी नारद से बोलते हैं, अस्मिन् कलौ विशेषेण नामोच्चारण पूर्वकः. कलौ, अस्मिन् कलौ विशेषेण. This Bhagavatam all were done in Dwapara Yuga. Imagine, even in Dwapara Yuga, sages like Vyasa, who basically collated the Veda, tells eventually, okay, I did everything. I wrote Mahabharata, I did Brahma Sutra. And then I found the only thing I need to have peace. Only Narad comes and tells about, go and write about Krishna Katha. In Badrikashram mein, Narad says, I am not getting peace of mind. Hey Narad ji, tell me. Then you say, why don't you write the Katha of Hari? So the last text what Vyasa did was Bhagavat Puran. Sakshat Bhagavataha Sakshat Ariyeva. Similarly, you can say for Ramayana. So bhakti karya yata vatsat tata tvam shrotum arghasi Vishnu. Then in Mahabharata also, even though it was a story about contemporary victories and failures and loss and fight, what did he say eventually when it comes to the end, when it comes to Shanti Parva? Everybody said, okay, pray towards Hari. विष्णुं सहस्रनाम सहस्रनादेव समस्त क्लेश संक्षये मुक्तिं प्रायति स्वर्गान्ति तस्य विष्णोस्तु कीर्तनात् मुक्ति. You need salvation, विष्णोस्तु कीर्तनात्. Even Mahabharata said. रामायण तो मारुति हनुमान जी बोलते हैं, when he sees Sita, he starts simply praying. जयत तदिबलो रामः लक्ष्मणश्च महाबलः राजा जयत. 4 श्लोकास are called जयत चतुष्टयम. इन सुंदरकांड में once मारुति जी सीता माँ को देखते हैं, then he says, okay, my कार्य तो सफल हुआ. I have now seen Sita. Sita drishtami. I saw. Drishtami te drishtami Sita. I saw Sita. So basically, so I am able to unite Pita and Mata together. So the karya to safal hua. Then he started praising a stotra. That's where stotra becomes stuti. Jayat tadibalo ramaha lakshmanaschu mahabalaha raja jayati sugrivo raghavena avipalitaha dasoham kosalendrasya ramasya aklishta karmanaha hanuman shatru sainyanam nihanta marutatmajah na ravana sahasram me. So that no Ravana can compare to me. I am going to quell this. न रावण सहस्रम में युद्धे प्रतिबलम भवेत शिला विस्तु. The instrument I am going to use is only trees and stones. शिला विस्तु प्रगरतः पादपैश्च सहस्रशः अर्धयित्वा पुरीं लंकाम अभिवाद्य च मैथिलीं. सो माँ को प्रणाम करता हूँ. अर्धयित्वा पुरीं लंकाम अभिवाद्य च मैथिलीं समृद्धार्थो गमिष्यामि मिषतां सर्वराक्षसां. See, रामायण द इम्पॉर्टेंट रत्ना जैसा सुंदरकांड में 4 श्लोक तो भक्ति रूप के आधार पर, भक्ति के आधार पर मारुति ने समस्त राम सीता सुग्रीवा सभी को वंदन करता है. तो रामायण में भक्ति कैसे? रामायण में लक्ष्मण का भक्ति, भरत का भक्ति, शत्रुघ्न का भरत के ऊपर भक्ति, गुह का राम के ऊपर भक्ति, शबरी को मथंग मुनि एवं राम के ऊपर भक्ति, जटायु को राम के ऊपर भक्ति, विभीषण को राम के ऊपर भक्ति. केवट को गुग और गुग को राम के भक्ति. तुलसीदास तो केवट जैसा कैरेक्टर को ही ब्रिंग्स इट. केवट तो गुह का एक सेना, गुह का एक गुहा के सेना में एक था. He was an obedient friend of Guh, Kevat. Kevat says, you may be Paramapita, but I am serving my master Guha. Guha said, I need to make sure you are taken to the other part of Ganga. So make sure you don't bring the sand. Because I know if the sand can become, the stone can become sand. I don't know if this sand becomes one other admi, then this now to palat hoga. So I have to do my duty. Wo to bhakti. So Kevat, uska to bhakti. So she says, hey, I know that you made the stone to Ahalya. If every sand paad dhuli to ek Ahalya to utpanna hua to ye now to palat hoga. फिर कैसे मैं आपको उस पार तीर करूंगा. सो आप तो स्वच्छ करके आए. सो दैट वाज हिज भक्ति. से मैं तो वेद में भक्ति कैसा उत्पन्न हुआ, पुराण में, इतिहास में, पुराण में दो एग्जाम्पल किया. वन भागवती से श्रेष्ठ भक्ति ग्रंथ, और पद्म पुराण में भक्ति का उत्पन्न द्राविडेशु नामोच्चारण मात्रेण महापापात् प्रमुंचतु. ये तो पद्म पुराण में. इसीलिए सहस्रनाम उत्पन्न हुआ. सहस्रनाम तो आदि में था, सहस्रनाम तो उत्पन्न हुआ. सहस्रनाम को चर्चा पद्म पुराण में है, सहस्रनाम तो महाभारत में है. यू सी एवरीवेयर they all started because bhakti is easy to understand. You are getting yourself attached. कृतादिषु प्रजा राजन् कला विच्छन्ति संभवम्. Kalau kalu bhalushyanti narayana parayana. Beautiful. The importance of bhakti, Bhagavat mein 11 canto. It is in the 11th canto in Bhagavat. That is very important for bhakti. Kritadishu, even in the people of Krita Yuga, they want to be born again in Kali, because in Kali they can jump and dance the name like Chaitanya Prabhu did. Along with Bhagavatas, they can jump and dance in the name of Hari. Kalau khalu bhavishyanti narayana parayana kvachit kvachin maharaja dravideshu bhurishaha tamraparni nadi yatra kritamala payasvani. The Bhagavatas will start from Tamraparni. That is my village. My village is on the bank of Tamraparni, where a very great Sri Vaishnava saint was born, Nammalvar. He was born in my village. Tamraparni Nadi Yatra Kritamala Tamraparni. Kritamala means Madurai. Madurai का नदी. वैगई बोलते हैं ना, वो मदुरा सिटी में. ताम्रपर्णी नदी यत्र कृतमाला पयस्विनी कावेरी च महापुण्या प्रतीची च महानदी ये पिबन्ति जलम तासां मनुजा मनुजेश्वर. Those people who are able to take little portion of the water, we should take it as upalakshana. It doesn't mean that Ganga is not pious. It is there, because if Kaveri is said to be pious, then Ganga is also said to be pious, of course. ये पिबन्ति जलम तासां मनुजा मनुजेश्वर प्रायो भक्ता भगवती वासुदेवा. Prayo bhakti bhagavati. Whoever is thinking about Vasudeva, their heart is pure. Amalaha. Tamraparni nadi yatra kritamala payasvini. So the bhakti came. This is what Padma Puran says, Utpanna Dravideshu, because in Bhagavad Purana, 11th skanda mein, 11वीं स्कंद में, that is the reason 11वीं स्कंद is taken very important by Swaminarayan philosophy. Swaminarayan to वो 11th सर्ग, they take the importance. भागवत का सार तो स्वामीनारायण फिलॉसफी में, भागवत में 11th canto is considered important because it talks about bhakti. This sloka was recited by Narada to Vasudeva. When Vasudeva asked for salvation, he says bhakti is the mode of salvation. So, Puran. After Puran, then the Puran Kal came, then the situations developed, civilizations developed. Then Maurya Raj came. We saw that in Maurya Raj, Nastika Madhu ka patronage hua. So roughly around 3 century BC. Then Isa Visatato aa gaya. Around that time in South India, we have already seen that Vyasa stated it will be there. So Bhakti already started in South India, Dravida Bhag mein. 1st century, 2nd century. In 1st century already, Sangam poems like Paripadal were talking about Vishnu, were talking about Durga, were talking about all the Sangam literature. We call them Sangam literature. During that Sangam literature, in the middle portion of India, Satavahanas came. Satavahanas were also supporting the Sanatana Dharma. After Satavahanas, the golden period of Gupta's 4th to 6th century came. And during that, so basically the Bhakti period is somewhere between the 5th century and the 9th century. That is what we are going to see. So when the Satavahanas were ruling around basically about 1st century, 2nd century and so on and so forth, while Gupta kingdom was flourishing, Chandragupta, Samudragupta, it was said that Samudragupta did lot of Ashwamedha Yaga. In the same time, in southern portion of India around Kanchipuram, Pallava kingdom started coming slowly. Pallavas were chieftains under Satavahanas. The first king about 3rd century AD, 3rd common century, was a guy called Skandavarma. It is documented that he did Aswamedha, he did Vajapeya, he did Jyotishoma. So then, while Vedas were getting propagated, the temple worship started. So temple worship started, and then Pallava started flourishing slowly from 4th century to 9th century. After the fall of Gupta Empire, there you got Harshavardhana. Gupta's later you got Harshavardhana. When Harshavardhana was there, in southern portion, it not only Buddhism and Jainism were there, but the king started patronizing Sanatana Dharma. Karnataka mein Badami Chalukya kings came. South में Pallava came. North में Gupta was slowly going down. After Satavahanas, Pallava started in south. North में Harshavardhana. He also patronized Hinduism. But still Buddhism and Jainism were there. Southern में Dakshin Plateau Bag में Chalukya kings. They were building lot of temples. That's why even today Hampi and all, Hampi was Vijayanagara. But prior to that in Chalukya kingdom, there are a lot of stone structures started evolving. And they worshipped Vishnu and Varaha. Varaha Rupa Vishnu ka bhakti hua. Chalukya desh mein. And there they were in the place called Badami. Badami Chalukyas. And then when you come down, Pallava, that is a golden age for architecture, golden age for all classic arts and everything. That is 4th century to 9th century. So there were great kings like Mahendra Varma Pallavan. Pallavas patronized Sanskrit. Mahendra Varma Pallavan, Narasimha Varma Pallavan, Rajasimha Pallavan, Nandi Varma Pallavan. So there 2 major religions came, Saivism and Vaishnavism. Sanskrit was patronized. Dandi wrote Dashakumara Charitram. And Kiratarjuniam by Bharavi. Those were all poets in the Pallava kingdom. You see how the Indian Puranic literatures were coming up in south. Bharavi wrote Bharaver Arthagauravam. If you have to know how to live life and all that, you have to read this Kiratarjuniam by Bharavi. That was in the Pallava kingdom. Similarly, how do you write Kavya Prakasha? All that is Dandi, Dashakumara Charitram. And Dandi begins Dashakumara Charitram with praise to Vamana Avatar. His first sloka, Mangalacharana sloka in Sanskrit is on Vamana. So you see, slowly Vishnu, Shiva worship became big in South India. So while the Vishnu and Shiva worships became big stone structures started coming. So Narasimha Varma Pallavan built one of the splendid stone temple called Kailasanath temple. Shiva ka mandir bandiya. Kanchipur is a Mukshit Tetra. It is a knowledge center. Like Varanasi is the knowledge center in the north. Ujjain is the knowledge center in the Madhya Bhag. Kanchi is the knowledge center in the South India. So this Narasimha Varma Pallavan, second Narasimha Varma Pallavan, now we are coming to the age of 8th century. We have covered 4th century to 6th century. Now we are covering to the 8th century because the Pallavas were from 3rd century to 9th century. Now we are coming to the 8th century when big temples started coming up. When temples started coming up, the kings migrated Vedic Pandits, migrated Bhakti poets, migrated artists, everybody. They brought everybody from all parts of India to settle near the temple. So Narasimha Varma Pallavan II in the 8th century built a big Shiva temple called Kailasanath Mandir. His son, later, next to him was Nandi Varma. Nandi Varma Pallava built the temple for Vishnu called Vaikuntanath temple. So now temple worship became structured. So people came and visited. And the information about these temples were given by a Tamil Bhakti saint called Thirumangai Alvar. He is the last of the Bhakti saint for Vaishnava in Tamil. Thirumangai Alvar. He transcribes these temples in his poems. So we have come to now 8th century. After 8th century, great days for Sanatana Dharma. Chola king came. Later day Cholas. They built the big, in Tanjore में इतना बढ़िया temple बन दिया, उसको तो Brigadishwara temple, the big temple for Shiva. Who that king was Rajaraja Chola, 11th and 12th century, 11th century. Now we see how we have come all the way from 4th. Now big temples were built, and when big temples were built, lot of people were supported who were propagating bhakti. So when the Vaishnava saints called Alvars were emerging, this is according to history. Rajaraja Chola kings were Shaivites. So they patronized Saivite people. So similarly, Saivite saints called Nayanars or Nayanmars were supported. They came in singing in praise of Shiva. So we are coming roughly about 8th, 9th century. These Bhakti saints started praising Vishnu and Shiva, and they started countering Jainism and Buddhism. So the kings became totally patronizing Saivism and Vaishnavism in south. Chola kings were Saivites. So we are coming to the age of roughly around 10th century Common Era, 10th century AD. By that time, Adi Shankara, about 8th century, already started establishing Sanatana Dharma. When it came to this 11th century, Swami Ramanujacharya was born in 1070 AD in Tamil Nadu in a place called Sri Perumbutur. So Ramanujacharya was the one who not only propagated the darshana, Visishtadvaita darshana, whereas Shankara was a Advaita darshana. Visishta Advaita. Visishta mane joint. So when God is within Atma, it is one. But God is separate, Atma is separate. God and Atma are separate, but God resides in Atma, so is Vishishtasya Atma. Advaitam eva Visishtadvaitam. When it is joined, there is no, in unison, there is no separation. But Atma is different, Paramatma is superior and different. So while he was propagating the Vishishtadvaita Darsana, he merged Bhakti into his Darshana. That was around 11th century, Swami Ramanujacharya. And they did it because he was able to understand Bhakti through the poems, 4,000 poems of Alvars. After Ramanujacharya in Karnataka, Udupi mein Madhvacharya or Ananda Tirtha came, and he also propagated Bhakti, but he propagated a darshana called Dvaita. Atma is different, Paramatma is different, Paramatma is superior. And then but while doing so, they emphasized the importance of worshipping Udupi Krishna. See, now even though these are Vedantis, since the time of Shankara propagated Shanmata. Even though he was an Advaiti, Ramanujacharya was a Visishtadvaiti but emphasized Bhakti. And then came Madhvacharya in Udupi, Karnataka Prantyam mein, on the ocean. He said Dvaita, but their duty is to serve Udupi Lord Krishna. So we have now slowly come to 13th, 14th century. While this was happening, then came Suddhadvaita Vallabhacharya, where Bhakti was prominent. While this was happening, Ramanand, O Ganga Tatpe, Ramanand was born in Prayagraj and he lived on the banks of Ganges, and he took the darshana of Ramanuja but brought in the Vallabhacharya Bhakti movement. So Bhakti movement was merged with the darshana, Vedanta and Bhakti. So you have to understand God is superior. Atma is a residence of God, which is Vishishtadvaita, but you have to attain through Bhakti. So Ramananda proposed his own movement, and for Ramananda, the supreme God is Rama, Ramachandra. That is why the Ram Lalla ka temple में सभी रामानंद पद्धति ही follow करते हैं. You see, now Madhva, Vallabhacharya, Ramanand. Vallabhacharya to Suddhadvaita. So Ramanand ka supreme devata to Ram. Then came Nimbarkar, Dvaita Advaita, uska supreme god to Krishna. Now we are coming to 15th century. 15th century became prominently Bhakti Harinamotcharanam because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 15th century. Vallabhacharya, Nimbarkar, Chaitanya. Achintya Abheda Bheda. Uska siddhant to Achintya Abheda Bheda, but prominently Hari Bhakta Sankirtanam. So 15th century Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where Bhakti was prominent. Nothing else, just simply sing the name of Hari. And he sang 8 poems called 8 poems. Sishtashtakam. Sishta. He gives instruction. Sishtashtakam. Cheto darpanamarjanam bhava mahadhavagni nirvapanam. Beautiful. Sreyak kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadu jivanam. Anandambudivardhanam Pratipatam Purnamata Swadanam Purnamrita Swadanam Sarvatmastapanam Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. All he said was Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. 15th century Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Cheto darpanamarjanam. Though all the blemishes, kalmisha in the chitta will go away by doing Krishna Sankirtanam. Cheto darpana. It's, assume that your chest, your money is like a mirror full of dirt. When you have a mirror with dirt, you wipe with a cloth. Whereas Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, when your mind is full of kalmisha, teto darpana marjanam clean, darpana marjanam with Krishna Sankirtanam. So Bhakti became prominent. Cheto darpana marjanam bhava maha dhava agni nirva. This birth and death, bhava sagaram. Which will quell this bhava sagaram? Krishna nama Sankirtanam. Bhava maha dhava agni. This life and death is like a Agni. To quell that Agni, you need water. What is that water? Sri Krishna Nama Sankirtanam. You have to memorize this sloka. Sreyak Kairava Chandrika. It's like blue moon. The cool breeze of moon is nothing but Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Sreyak Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam. Assume that a young girl is coming, wedded and coming, Vadhu. And the help you do to your Vadhu is giving her knowledge. That knowledge is nothing but Krishna Sankirtanam. Vidya Vadhu Jivanam. Anandambudivardhanam. The Ananda. How do you get Ananda? The Anandambudivardhanam Krishna Nama Sankirtanam. Anandambudivardhanam Pratipatam Purna Amritaswa. Every word about Krishna is Amrita. Purnamrita swadu swadu, Purnamrita swadanam. All the papa will go. It's like taking bath, snapanam, sarvatma snapanam. Param vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was born in Bengal, Odisha, Puri, Jagannath ke Atyanta Bhakt the. Then he travelled all the way down south, preaching Krishna Nama Sankirtanam. All he did is Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. So by 15th century, he was like Gaura. He is known as Gaurapa. He was like, his face was like sparkling like gold. That's why Gauda Sampradaya came. Gauda came from Gaura. Gaura mane Swarna. So he was like Teja Maya. Because body is full of Nama Sankirtanam. So we have come to 14th century. Then this Bhakti movement started everywhere in Gurjara Desh mein Nrsimha Mehta, 15th century. उसका तो गुजरात लोग आदि कवि बोलते हैं. See how it comes: Chaitanya 14th century, Nrsimha Mehta 15th century. Then from 14th century onwards in Maharashtra, Sant Bhumi. In Maharashtra to Sant Buddhi, Jnaneswar, uska to we call them. So Jnaneswar is known as, he was the first and first Jnaneswar. He wrote Jnaneswari, Bhagavad Gita ka Bhakti Roop ke Vyakhyan, 14th century. Jnaneswar, Namadev, Gora Kumbar was a pot maker. Uta Pandaricha Raja, Badavela Jala, Tava Bhakta, Tava Uta Pandaricha Raja, Badavela Jala, Tava Darshanayancha, Tava Darshanancha. People have come and waiting at your doorstep. Hey Pandarinath, Uta Pandaricha Raja, Badavela Jala. So they are commanding by Bhakti, Namadev, Ravidas, all the way up to Tukaram. 17th century. While this was happening, Ramanand Sampradayit mein Kabir Das, sabhi shishya log aa gaye. One such was Tulsidas, 16th century. वो तो रामायण रामचरित्र मानस अवधि में लिखकर अभेद भक्ति को प्रोपगेट किया. अभेद भक्ति 16th century रामानंद संप्रदाय. Now coming to, so we have come all the way up to 17th century Tukaram. So संत में ज्ञानेश्वर लेकर तुकाराम तक. Then in South India, then the Vijayanagara Empire flourished, 15th century, 16th century, which was a great patronage, Hampi, Vijayanagara Hampi, great patronage for Sanatana Dharma. Structures were built, people were supported who propagated Bhakti. That is the time when Vidyaranya started writing Vyakhyan for entire Vedic corpus. So, 15th century, 16th century, Vijayanagara Empire. Then Vijayanagara Empire broke down into Nayak Empire, small people. The Nayaks were the chieftains under Vijayanagara Empire. So they just moved south and they started propagating lot of things. So we have now come to 17th and 18th century. In 17th century, while that is the case, Swaminarayan, Sahajanand Maharaj, स्वामीनारायण संप्रदाय, वो रामानुज संप्रदाय और वल्लभाचार्य संप्रदाय का मिश्र. During his time, 500 monks he created about that philosophy, Swaminarayan, which is very big now in the world. During his days, there were about 500 Shishya, monks, who he asked them to propagate his way of bhakti, Swaminarayan bhakti. और स्वामीनारायण सहजानंद महाराज तो पद्म पुराण में वो बोलता है विष्णु सहस्रनाम ही श्रेष्ठ भाग, बिकॉज वही तो भक्ति कृष्ण कथा. Then when we are coming down to 18th century, Vijayanagara Empire gone, small Nayak kings came. They also started bhakti. So they brought things from Andhra and Maharashtra, and a new form of bhakti way of expression became Harikatha. Harikatha began. So we are in the 18th and 19th century. Great saints who started about bhakti, Tyagaraja, Shyama Sastri, Muthuswami Dikshidhar, both in Telugu and Sanskrit, bhakti poems came. So we are about in 1850, something of that range. So now that bhakti got established. So we have come all the way where British people were already coming. The Portuguese were already coming. So they wanted to use the vernacular language because they have to propagate. So Telugu, Tamil, Sanskrit. Muthuswami Dikshidhar wrote everything in Sanskrit. Shyama Sastri, these were called as music trinities. Tyagaraj, very famous Tyagaraja Swami. Sangeet Bhakti Veena Sangeeta Jnanamu. Jnana is of no use without bhakti. Bhakti Veena Sangeeta Jnanamu. Sanmargamu Galade. You won't get salvation without bhakti. Jnana alone is not enough. Even though he was an Advaiti. Bhakti Vina Sankita Jnanam Sanmarga Galade. It won't give you Sanmarga. It won't give you moksha. Now we have come into about 1850. Then bhakti became very established. It's only bhakti. You go mandir, do aarti karo. Even British were ruling, people were, and how did this independence happen? Then this was happening, even the people who are fighting independence used bhakti as a way to bring people together. A great Tamil poet called Subramanya Bharati, while he sang patriotic songs, he also sang in praise of Krishna, in praise of Durga. So they felt that Sanatana Dharma is going to be part and parcel of independent movement. The greatest epitome example is Bapuji. All his meeting will only begin with bhajan. Vaishnava Janato, Gujarati poem. That is his hallmark. So we have come all the way up to 1948 when Babuji ka dehant hua. Ram Ram. Then along this time, many people like ISKCON, Prabhupada Dev, Bhakti Vedanta Dev, all over the world, Krishna Nama Prachar, right from Sydney to Canada. Maharishi, transcendental meditation. Everything on bhakti. Today, bhakti is the one that is prevalent. Of course, Veda is there. Nobody is going to take Veda. But more than that, people read Ramacharitra-manas. Ganges tat mein Varanasi se Dwaraka tak. Ramacharitra-manas. Whether it is a function, marriage function in your home, Ramacharitra-manas ka patan. Katha. Two things are there in North India. Bhagavat Katha Pravachan. Great people like Murari Babu from Gujarat mein. Ayodhya mein Raghavacharya Maharaj. और चित्रकूट में महामहोपाध्याय रामभद्राचार्य प्रातस्मरणीय is a great scholar in Sanskrit and multiple Gujarat, Awadhi, Magadhi. He can talk any language. उसका तो नेत्र नहीं है, बट ज्ञान इतना है. रामभद्र जी, वो तो रामानंद संप्रदाय में आज तो पीठाधीश है. उसका तो संस्थान है चित्रकूट में. और अवधि में राघवाचार्य महाराज और द्वारका इन दैट प्रिंसेस मुरारी बापू. साउथ इंडिया में इतना लोग. आसेत हिमाचलम राम कथा नवाह. Bhagavat Saptah Pravachan. Two things are prevalent in North India. Ram Katha, Ramacharitramanas ke aadhar pe. More than Valmiki, they use Ramacharitramanas with itna gana, harmonia और tabla के साथ. So, Sanatana Dharma is taken care because of Bhagavata or Ramayana Pravachan today. We have seen that in the Prana Pratishtha of Ram Lalla. South India में वेद और रामायण नवाल. Kerala में भागवत. More importantly, Kerala, Bhagavat. And in Kerala, in the month of Ashada, everywhere they will do Navaha for Ramayana. So, from 4th century till 21st century, it is Bhakti Pravag. Ved river divided into different way of Bhakti Pravag. Chaitanya Sampradaya, Swaminarayana Sampradaya, Vallabhadev Sampradaya, Nimbharkar Sampradaya, Ramanuja Sampradaya. ISKCON का उसका संप्रदाय स्वामीनारायण everywhere bhakti ramakatha swaminarayan saints so they go all over the world doing ramakatha bhagavat ramayana pravachan gujarati में करते हैं. So वेद वेदे वेद वेद्ये परे पुंसी जाते दशरथात्मदे वेदः प्राचेतसादासीत् साक्षात् रामायणात्मना. राम नाम तो सत्य, राम नाम वेद से अलग नहीं है. सो सनातन धर्म का मूल तो वेदा. बट ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम it becomes difficult to practice everything said in Veda. So rishis were very, because of their benevolence, they came and gave smritis. And those are known as prasthana traya. Shruti Prasthana, which is nothing but Upanishad, Smriti Prasthana, nothing but Bhagavata, then Nyaya Prasthana is nothing but Brahma Sutra. Even then that became difficult. So, do the Namocharanam. Dhyayan krite yajan tretayam dvapare archayan यदाप्नोति तदाप्नोति कलौ संकीर्त्य केशवं विष्णोः सहस्रनामं एतत् प्रत्ययं वृषभं ध्रुवध्वजः नामं एकेन तु येन स्यात् तत्फलं ब्रूहि मे प्रभु. पार्वती asks, नामं एकेन फलं ब्रूहि, ये नाथ ये शिवजी बोलो, what is the simple name I should do to get the phala for सहस्रनाम. पद्म पुराण में है राम रामेति रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने. नास्ति विष्णोः परं धाम नास्ति विष्णोः परं तप नास्ति विष्णोः परो धर्म नास्ति विष्णोः मंत्रः नास्ति विष्णोः परं सत्य नास्ति विष्णोः परो मकः नास्ति विष्णोः परो ध्यानम नास्ति विष्णोः परा गतिः. सो नाम को उच्चारण करो. द वे ऑफ रिप्रेजेंटिंग भक्ति भाव, one way is doing namocharana. You don't even need pushpa, you don't need phal, you don't have to go to temple. In your place, sit. How many minutes you have to do? Godohara matrena. The time that is taken to get milk from the cow, that is enough. 6 to 7 minutes is enough. Go duhina matra kalena. Namocharana karo. श्रीवत्सवक्षा श्री निस्सीम कल्याण गुण भाजनम पीतांबरो जगन्नाथो जगत्राता जगत्पिता. सो सनातन धर्म आज, सनातन धर्म का आज, which is protecting सनातन धर्म, भक्ति. 6 minutes in a day. Can't you not spare 6 minutes to say? So that's why when you get up, Hari Hari Hari, you just say Hari Hari Hari. Then when you are going out of the house, you just say Keshava. When you are eating, Govinda Govinda. When you are sleeping, Madhava. That's all. Hari, Keshava, Govinda, Madhava. So dharma swanishtitah pumsam visvaksena katasuyah. We'll finish with what Vyasa says. Spot on. Notpadayet yadi ratim srama eva hi kevalam. Bina bhakti sarvam srama eva. And more importantly, God, the Lord Supreme becomes more happy if you praise His Bhagavat, His Bhakt, Jani Janardana Bhava. That's why we say Ram Ram and Palaga. Then you go in North India, that is what it is. No matter you see an elder, you touch their feet. You can be such a rich businessman, but when they see their father, they touch their feet. ये तो भक्ति का प्रकट है. So bhakti vina jnanamu sanmargamu. There is no sanmargam without bhakti. So Vedas flow into bhakti. In Kali, bhakti. How to represent bhakti? Navavida bhakti. It's up to you. But the simple way is namocharanam. Sahana vavatu sahanau bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahai तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ओम शांति 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 मंगलानि सन्तु. हरि ओम.